process on the play that turned out to be a fumble, and why? What were you seeing, and why did you decide to not tuck it?
Yeah, it was. I was just trying to throw the ball away. LT was right there to my right, and I was just trying to dirt it to him. We had a miscommunication in protection. The guy came free, and we'd had several possessions behind the sticks, and I was trying not to take another 3rd and long, super long. So I was just trying to dirt it to LT, and they got to me before I could get it out. So obviously, hindsight, I wish I would have tucked it and just ate it.
Josh, can you take us through the 3-play sequence when it was 1st and goal, 2-1 to the 3 guys?
3-play sequence, 1st and goal.
Austin on the second.
Okay, yeah, rolled on the first. They covered everybody, so the throwaway. Austin on the second one, thought we had a touchdown, and they pulled that off, and then sent Robbie into motion, and really the play was, for the left side, and they blanketed it, and so scrambled and tried to get Matt there. I mean, Matt was supposed to be in protection, so it was a good awareness of him getting out, but that hurt us not to get 7 there, and obviously it was a bummer on the touchdown call. So, we got to be better, and those are areas that we have to improve. We've been pretty good this year down there, and so that's frustrating that we didn't finish that one.
Who was the first down play designed?
It was a rollout for Blau and or Austin, and just they nailed Blau at the line, and Austin was covered, so they kind of pushed. I strung it out as long as I could, hoping somebody get open, but had to just throw it away.
Is it tough? Just so many of these where it could have gone the other way, and think about where you could have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's very tough. It's frustrating, but in this business you got to move on and just bounce back. And we're all those guys and everybody. We're human, man. It sucks and it hurts, and you go home and you contemplate those things tonight, and you look at what you could have done better, and we'll watch the tape tomorrow. And you kind of say it all the time. You go through this grieving process, and by when Tuesday hits, you got to bounce back and get ready to roll. And it's unfortunate. But we got to reload and get ready for Kansas City next week.
Josh, on the fumble, couldn't you sense there was too much traffic in there to try to get the ball away at that point?
Well, no, because I tried to throw it. So, what I'm saying? If I felt like I could still get it out, and it just kind of slipped out of my hand, but I felt like I could still get it out and get dirted at LT's feet, So obviously, it didn't work out, and it's that's a frustrating play because it turned the game. But when those things happen, I was proud of how we responded and got back down there and got a touchdown and gave ourselves a chance. I think that's a good step for us. But ultimately, we got to find a way to not allow those things to happen.
Josh, why not run the ball 1 of those 3 times?
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Moe and those guys put a lot of work in, and they study those situations, and some of those things there are opportunities to run just depending on the look, and they piled in the box, they make Johnny Moe makes the call as best he can for what he sees fit. They did a good job covering things. In all of this, in any game, you can walk away and look at what you would have or should have done and things you could have done better, and that's part of playing this sport. But we went with the calls that we had, and unfortunately, I mean one of them was a touchdown. We just didn't finish and execute better. Had that ball been caught and finished, then I don't know if we're necessarily discussing that. So it's frustrating, that it ended up that way, but that's part of the ball.
Is it tough when you have basically mistakes? You sort of beat yourself rather than the other team doing it.
Yeah, I mean it's very tough, and you got to give credit to them first and foremost. I mean, it's a top defense that came in here, and they're a good group. They put together a good team over there, and it's a veteran group, and they play hard, and we're proud of the things that we did as far as moving the ball. When we did, but it does. Those things hurt you because you look at the self-inflicted mistakes and that you could have put yourself in a position to win the ball game, and so we still had a chance, but we should have won the game, and we got to figure out a way not to let those things happen.
Josh, this growth between you and Robbie Anderson making things happen. Talk about that, how it continues to help his offense out there with the work.
He's it's a hats off to Robbie. He's a stud, man. He's worked his tail off, since the offseason, began, and even, from what they tell me going back last year. He just came in this thing as an undrafted guy and put his head down and worked. And he has a lot of belief and confidence in himself and what he can do as a player. And you feel that. I think everybody feels that, and I certainly appreciate that. And so it gives me confidence to put the ball around him, and he'll go up and make plays. And he's got home run ability with his speed, and I think that's always a premium. And he's learning to use that. And so as a quarterback, it makes your job. It gives you the ability to space the field because Robbie's out there. So it's been fun growing with him, and it'll be fun to continue to watch him climb this thing and keep improving because he's doing a heck of a job.
Just kind of touched on it earlier, but to have another fourth quarter lead and not be able to finish and kind of slip away again, not for the first time this year, what are the emotions?
It just sucks, bro. I mean, I don't know. It sucks. It's frustrating, and everybody processes it different. But when you go home, you fly in and out of, like, you'll be watching the game tonight or something, or whatever. You're flying out of normalcy, and then it'll come back to you, and you get really mad, and frustrated, and that's part of playing this game, and it hurts really bad, but it's something that week in, week out, you put yourself out there because that feeling of winning is so good, and there's nothing like it. And but yeah, this one stings, and to be up in the fourth quarter and not finish it, we got to find a way to execute that and be better. And we're still trying to do that. Like we said all year, we're a young team. We would love to get over that hump, and obviously we need to do it pretty quick.
You mentioned the protection issue on the ball that you fumbled. Is that just one of those things with Eli? It's just kind of a rookie pickup that happens when you're a player?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's more that goes into it, and I'll let those guys, speak for themselves. But I don't think that was, I have to look at the tape, but I don't think that was completely on Eli. So it was unfortunate that it turned out that way, and it was just things that we can't allow happen. That's what I mean. Everybody at every area has to be better, and we're gonna go do that tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
Take a couple more.
Josh, especially as the kind of the outside talk is going now, where the playoffs are a possibility, especially this game, it should have been a must-win. Does this one feel different? I know the fourth quarter classes have been similar, but does this one feel different? No,
I mean, it sucks to lose. You gotta hate it, and they all hurt, and I think especially I would think everybody, hopefully, but the veterans, I think we know early in the year, in different games, when you're trying to make a playoff run, that there's games that'll come back to haunt you, and that's why every game is so important. That's why you got to put everything in for that week and only that week. Just keep your focus there, and I believe Coach Bowles is sending that message. I believe we're driving that home. We just got to mature into that as a group, and understand how important every game is every week, and I think sometimes if you look at a long season, I think guys are like, oh, we'll make it up later, and sometimes if you don't handle right now, there is no later, and so that's the key for us, and we got to come back, and the beautiful thing is we got 5 more weeks for guys to continue to grow as professionals, to continue to tweak their process and how they're going to understand how important these games are, and it'll be a test because thankfully it's still open, and we can keep coming back and fighting, but it can't just be about that. To me, it can't be about that. There's got to be a collective integrity that says that we're going to fight no matter what. And so I believe that this group will do that because I believe in the vets in that locker room, and I believe in Coach Bowles and our leadership, and we'll come back tomorrow ready to work and look forward to the opportunity to play in Kansas City.
I know this game is freshman, and we didn't get a chance to ask both of you guys about this. What are your thoughts now that you're on to next week about playing Revis next week? The guy who you were not teammates with here, but
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, so far, down the road, we'll process this one and we'll line up and play against whoever they put out there. And obviously, like we said today, for us, it's about us. It's about our process, and it's about us executing. And you guys said it. And you look at the things that you go, was it us or was it them? And today there was more us. I think that hurt us. And so with all due respect to Reeve and those guys, we got to focus on what we're doing and get that done.
Well, good. Thanks, John.
Thank you, guys.